Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Romana High School, welcome to the 151st Anniversary Speech Day 2024. Before we start the evening, I'd like to remind you to switch off your mobile phones and to refrain from getting up to take photographs. It's my pleasure to invite the principal, Mr. David Gray, to give his report.
Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates of 2024, welcome to Speech Day, at which we celebrate the graduation of the class you see behind me. For some, this is the end of a journey for 15 years, while for others the trip has been a shorter one. But for all, it is a turning point back from which no one can go. This is the journey's end. And as with the end of any journey, it should be marked by a period of jubilation, but also of reflection on what has passed and what might be waiting in the future. It is at this point that I personally wonder whether enough has been done, whether the foundations of life have been effectively laid, and whether the young people who will walk out of this secure nest of school life have been given the tools to carve a confident, purposeful, and independent tomorrow for themselves. Schools, on the whole, are forgiving places. but the world beyond school presents a less sympathetic environment, and one in which you will be measured by your perceived potential, your ability, your application, your sense of purpose, your usefulness, your initiative, and your service to the company you work for, to your families, to your community, and to each other. So if I briefly reflect on the year that has passed, of the highlights that I pick out, what will your consciousness settle on as something that influenced you, turned your head, made you focus, sharpened your concentration, or made you think, this is what I want to do in the future, or this is what has made me believe in myself? The 3 academic programs, the Lebanese leading to the baccalaureate, with examinations still to be sat, the international program with A-levels just concluded, and the IB, results of which are due soon on July the 5th, are all now well established. And this year has seen evidence of sustained application of effort by students in all 3. I can tell you that there is no substitute for hard work, and I am grateful to the teachers for their supreme efforts to encourage the students and instill in them sound working habits, a spirit of curiosity and interest, and intellectual rigor, all of which are basic necessities for a successful adult life. In which subjects did you excel? And what is it that you learned about yourself in studying, and what you might achieve in the future? At Field Day in March, I marveled at the enthusiasm and mass participation of students throughout the school. I concluded if you don't take part, you can't complain that the world isn't the way you would like it to be. I watched grade 12 students compete for their houses, do their best, and in a small number of cases break records that had been held for 60 years. I watched dramatic sketches in Arabic and presentations in English and in French on several occasions, and was able to admire the blossoming of the confidence and self-belief of a number of students who had never ventured into the public spotlight before. The varsity girls' basketball team were crowned champions of the whole of Lebanon, and last night played their final, although not successful, game of the season, a match which was shown on Lebanese national television. What excitement, what ambition, what sense of purpose do events such as these breed? I read several editions of Speak Out, the school magazine or newspaper, overseen, managed, and edited by graduating students. Beautifully written prose, forcefully promoted arguments, and polished articles adorn its pages. How much do people learn by projecting ideas, encouraging creativity in others, and by mastering the skills of organization in such a way that the job gets done, and at the end there is a material product for people to read? Some students in grade 12, without fuss, without any publicity, went down to the infant section and the lower primary to read to the younger children they had once been, and who themselves had been read to, in a spirit of service, the embodiment of the school's motto, and which should be the embodiment of our lives. And how many students contributed this year to the I Serve Club, to its fundraising activities, and to the community service program, which is an integral part of graduation from Brumana High School, whether in the school or to institutions outside, which need our help. Life is a team game, not a solo effort. Your commitment to other people will be needed all your lives. Only in that way are societies safe, and those who have nothing are made to feel they are included, acknowledged, valued, and mean something. Perhaps you were one of those who took responsibility at the Model United Nations conference just a couple of weeks ago. Having started as a novice in grade 7, researched the political stances of a myriad of countries on a host of global issues, and finally arrived at grade 12 confident and accomplished, directing events. Will you, one day, aspire to the ranks of the diplomatic corps and work for your country on seeking peaceful resolutions to the apparently intractable problems of our troubled world? Perhaps you've been a prefect or an official on the student council, and through these offices have demonstrated qualities of leadership, of responsibility, of reliability, and of the importance of accurately representing others. A word about reliability. Reliability is not a glamorous quality, but it is essential to any organization. If you haven't got people you can trust to do the job, the organization grinds to a halt and fails. Perhaps you remember a local or a foreign trip, or perhaps you participated in an international day. Such events should broaden your horizons, make you think afresh, reflect on other cultures, fill you with the wonder and diversity of the world around you. This time last year exactly was the eve of a trip to England, the first abroad for Brumana High School students for a number of years. 26 of you were there. What in the process of growing up and maturing did you learn and take away from the experience that you can apply in the future to lead a better, more fulfilling life? Actually, just as an aside, on that trip, 2 of these students who are here tonight had to get a train from Bristol to Oxford. And they asked me how to do it. And I said, well, you go to the railway station. And they said, what's that? And then I said, well, I explained that. And then I said, and you go to the ticket office. And they said, what's that? So I explained. And then I said, and then you go to the platform. And they said, what's that? They learned a great deal that I was unaware of. Any trip will teach you things afresh that will stand you in good stead for the rest of your life. Of course, there is much I haven't said. A school career covers a multitude of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual experiences which I haven't touched upon. These are just a few which come to my mind. There will be others that come to yours, but all are worthy of reflection. There is one category of experience over the years I have omitted deliberately until the end. People. People shape your lives. They motivate you. They challenge you. They need your love and respect and support as you need theirs. Please remember that teacher who inspired you or looked after you well, who championed you when you thought everything was lost. Remember your families who have cared for you and longed for you to do well and to be happy. And remember the friends you have made at school whom you have cherished and who have cherished you. Through them all you have learned, beyond your families, how to interact with others, how to work and play together, how to value each other. Remember them all, even though you may not see them again for long parts of your lives. It is people who make the world go round, not AI, but your intelligence, your drive, your energy, your care. The end of education is not a set of grades, although they matter. It is a person, vibrant, warm, vital. You are those people. Good luck, and God be with you all.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. This year, 3 students will be speaking on behalf of their fellow graduate. The speaker in Arabic is Catherine Abikaram from Secondary 3 General Science.
الحياة مهما طالت قصيرة ومهما أعطت قليلة ومهما أزهرت فالزهرات تسقط. ميخائيل نعيمة. أيها الحفل الكريم، اليوم نخطو نحو بداية مرحلة جديدة في حياتنا ونحتفل بنهاية رحلة دامت سنوات طويلة قضيناها معاً. اليوم هو يوم فرح وفخر ويمتزج فيه الشعور بالامتنان مع الأمل بالمستقبل. أتذكر جيداً تلك الأيام في الصف السادس عندما كنا نجلس على الأراجيح ونقول: لا نستطيع الانتظار حتى نصبح في الصف الثانوي. كنا ننتظر بفارغ الصبر تلك اللحظات، وكنا نظن أن المستقبل بعيد، ولكن اليوم ندرك أن الوقت يمر بسرعة فائقة، وأنه علينا أن نستمتع بكل لحظة ونعيشها بكل تفاصيلها. أتذكر أيضاً في الصف الرابع، وتحديداً في اليوم الأول، لم أكن أرغب بالعودة إلى المنزل بعد يوم طويل قضيناه في المدرسة. فقالت لي صديقتي: لدينا الغد، لا بأس. ولكن اليوم ونحن نودع هذه المرحلة من حياتنا ندرك أنه لا يمكننا دائماً الاعتماد على وجود الغد، فالوقت يمضي بغمضة عين، وعلينا أن نستمتع ونقدر كل لحظة. ما في شي بيحرز. بالفعل الوقت يمر بسرعة ولا ينتظر أحداً، لذا دعونا نعيش كل لحظة ونستمتع بها. مدرسة BHS كانت وستظل جزءاً لا يتجزأ من شخصيتنا وحياتنا. لقد ساعدتنا في تشكيل هويتنا، وقد شكلت صداقات وعلاقات أصبحت جزءاً كبيراً من حياتنا. هل تذكرون تلك اللحظات التي قضيناها معاً؟ هل تذكرون الأوقات التي ضحكنا وبكينا وتعلمنا بها؟ نعم، هذه اللحظات هي التي صنعت ذواتنا اليوم، ولن ننساها أبداً. أريد أن أعبر أيضاً باسمي وباسم زملائي عن خالص الشكر لمعلمينا وأساتذتنا الذين كانوا الأساس لنجاحنا وتفوقنا. لقد كنتم أكثر من معلمين، كنتم مرشدين وأصدقاء. دفعتمونا دائماً نحو الأفضل. بفضل جهودكم استطعنا تجاوز العوائق لتحقيق أحلامنا. كنتم لنا مصدر الصبر والدعم والنور الذي أضاء طريقنا في أوقات الحيرة والتعب. لم تعلمونا الدروس الأكاديمية فحسب، بل دروس الحياة أيضاً، لنواجه التحديات بصبر وإيجابية. لن ننسى أبداً تلك الأوقات التي قضيتموها في مساعدتنا والإجابة عن أسئلتنا بأنات لا توصف. نعاهدكم بأن نبقى دائماً على مستوى الثقة التي وضعتموها فينا، وأن نكون أفضل ممثلين للعلم والمعرفة. شكراً لكم من أعماق قلوبنا. كذلك أود أن أوجه شكراً خاصاً لأهلنا الكرام. لقد كنتم دائماً هناك من أجلنا في كل لحظة من حياتنا، في أوقات الفرح والنجاح كما في أوقات الصعاب والتحديات. كنتم الداعم الأكبر لنا. بفضلكم نحن نقف هنا اليوم. فشكراً لكم على كل الحب والدعم الذين قدمتماه لنا، وعلى ثقتكم بنا، وخصوصاً عندما كنا نشك بأنفسنا. فأنتم مثالنا الأعلى وأعظم نعمة في حياتنا. أما أنتم أصدقائي وزملائي الأعزاء، صحيح أننا كنا معاً في هذه الرحلة منذ أيام الحضانة. تقاسمنا الأفراح والأحزان وواجهنا التحديات معاً. أما الآن فقد دقت ساعة الرحيل، لذا أتمنى لكم جميعاً التوفيق والنجاح في كل ما تخططون له في المستقبل، لنجعل من هذه اللحظة نقطة انطلاق نحو تحقيق طموحاتنا وأحلامنا. دعونا نحتفل اليوم بما حققناه وبالرحلة التي قطعناها وبالأصدقاء الذين كسبناهم، لنعيش الحاضر ونقدره لأننا نحن من نصنعه. لقد انطوت صفحة من صفحات الحياة، صفحة غالباً ما كان فيها الجد والاجتهاد رفيقين في الدراسة والتعب، والآن جاء وقت الحصاد لنحصد ثمرة جهودنا، مودعين فيها لحظات ضحك الرفاق والمكان الذي ضمنا. هذه سنة الحياة، بالأمس التقينا واليوم افترقنا، ولكن فرحنا اليوم بتخرجنا ينسينا ألم الفراق. وشكراً.
I now would like to invite Leah Sayer from the International Baccalaureate Program to give the speech in English.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, proud parents, honored guests, and of course, fellow graduates. I'm honored to speak to all of you on this special day. When I was 8 years old, my parents told me and my brother a little white lie. A small vacation to Lebanon is what they called our trip here from Syria. It's been 12 years. Knowing who I've become because of Brumana High School, I cannot be more grateful for that lie. Today is not just about celebrating the end of this chapter of our lives, but also about thanking the characters in our stories for the lessons they have taught us and the qualities they have unknowingly instilled in us. I am thankful to the teachers who have supported us tremendously and dedicated themselves to educating us and encouraging us even in their most difficult times. From them, I have learned resilience, passion, and empathy. And a special thank you to Miss Lisette. I hope that someday I can grow up to have in my heart half the kindness you show to others and a quarter of your wisdom in my speeches. I thank the staff at BHS who work behind the scenes to cook delicious meals and maintain our beautiful campus. I'm especially going to miss the cafeteria Nui. You have taught me the power of quiet diligence and humility. Also, I thank my parents who have done what they think is ordinary, but no. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for praising every essay I have ever written and embracing every phase I have ever been through, even though sometimes it was against your will. From you, I have learned sacrifice and persistence, admirable qualities that all the parents here have shown. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank my friends, classmates, and fellow seniors for constantly raising the bar in class and making my senior year memorable. The memories I share with you will soon become stories that I tell for the rest of my life. There is no doubt in my mind that Brumana High School has one of the most beautiful campuses I've ever seen, but it is actually the people existing together and all at once behind the green gates every day that makes BHS a home. This school gave me a family when mine was spread out across continents, and it became a home when I lost my real one. I'm a firm believer that you meet certain people twice in your life, once when you're not ready, and then again when you are. Over time, the universe will present you with multiple opportunities to meet the same person under different circumstances, living different lives. Growing up in Brumana High School has solidified my belief in that theory, as I have found friendship where I least expected it. I have learned that once you gain perspective, you can overcome any and all differences and find a friend and an enemy. We all come from different backgrounds, and after today, our paths will diverge into 73 unique ways, but the school will always be a solid ground we all have in common. Today, we leave behind everything that was familiar, but there are people who will remain a part of us no matter what. To the class of 2024, I would like to say I'm proud of us. Even when it felt impossible, we showed up for our school, for our friends, and most importantly, for ourselves. I hope you never let convenience or judgment or the ease of standing still keep you from chasing your dreams. Your experience in the real world will never be perfect, but it can only be real if it is your own. I'd like to say a huge congratulations to the graduates of this year. Since we were kids, we have prayed for this day, but now that it's here, I'm sorry it is. As I was writing this speech, I thought, how lucky are we to have something that makes goodbye so hard? I'll leave you with a quote from my favorite childhood movie, Peter Pan. Never say goodbye, because saying goodbye means going away, and going away means forgetting. I will most definitely never forget this place, so instead I'll gladly say, see you all soon. Thank you.
Our third speaker in French is Brian Eli Khouri from the International Baccalaureate class.
Bonsoir. Monsieur le principal et vice-principal, chers professeurs, honorables invités, parents et camarades, c'est un grand honneur de me voir confier le rôle d'écrire ce discours au nom de la promotion de 2024. Ceux d'entre vous qui me connaissent bien savent que ces mots me manquent rarement, mais le poids et l'importance de ce discours sont si intimidants que même mes phrases les plus sincères semblent être insuffisantes. Mais, quand je vous regarde tous, mes camarades, mes amis et cette incroyable promotion, l'inspiration revient. Même si nos expériences n'étaient pas toutes roses, ce discours ne se limite pas aux mots. Il s'agit de capturer l'essence de qui nous sommes, le voyage que nous avons parcouru et l'inconnu qui s'étend devant nous. Sans aucun doute, la promotion 2024 sera imprimée dans la mémoire de BHS. Avant tout, nous ne serions pas ici aujourd'hui sans le soutien persistant de nos professeurs qui nous ont soutenus à chaque étape. Vous nous avez mis au défi, vous nous avez inspirés et surtout, vous avez cru en nous, même lorsque nous nous doutions de nous-mêmes. Vous avez vu du potentiel, là où nous voyons que des défauts, et vous nous avez mis et poussés à devenir les meilleures versions de nous-mêmes. À la direction et au corps professoral, merci d'avoir créé un espace où l'apprentissage a pu s'épanouir. Vous avez créé un environnement dynamique qui a accueilli la curiosité et offert des opportunités infinies pour explorer nos goûts et nos préférences. Votre engagement envers notre réussite ne passe pas inaperçu. Et enfin, à nos formidables parents, votre générosité, votre amour et votre soutien ont été la motivation constante de nos vies. Vous avez tenu nos mains et avez tout sacrifié pour nous aider à réussir. Nous sommes éternellement reconnaissants pour votre amour inconditionnel et votre confiance en nous. Aujourd'hui, ce succès appartient à nous tous. Maintenant, à vous, mes chers camarades, en ce moment si important, la vie telle que vous la connaissez sera réinventée. Quel que soit le programme académique que vous avez choisi, qu'il s'agisse du programme de l'IB, de A-Levels ou même du programme libanais, vous faisiez tous partie de l'un des programmes les plus exigeants sur le plan académique. De plus, vous obtenez votre diplôme avec une ouverture culturelle unique. Vous parlez tous couramment en moins 2 langues, ce qui témoigne de vos esprits chercheurs, équilibrés et ouverts. En plus de nos activités académiques, nos diverses initiatives de services communautaires nous ont offert la chance de développer des compétences de vie essentielles qui nous a aidés de devenir, grâce à ces expériences, grandir en tant qu'individus, apprenant l'importance de l'empathie, du leadership et de la responsabilité sociale. Promotion 2024. Regardez autour de vous. Jetez un œil attentif aux visages avec lesquels vous aurez partagé des casiers, débattu en classe et peut-être même passé toute votre vie jusqu'à ce moment. Nous l'avons fait. Nous avons obtenu notre diplôme, pas seulement de cette école, mais d'une période de l'histoire qui semblait d'un film de science-fiction. En outre, et avec tout ce qui se passe actuellement dans le monde, nous avons traversé, il y a 4 ans, une pandémie qui nous a forcés à apprendre en ligne. Puis, un nouvel obstacle est apparu, l'intelligence artificielle, et à cela s'ajoute l'explosion de Beyrouth et la révolution de 2019, qui, avec sa population résiliente, nous ont rappelé brutalement l'importance de la gratitude et du bonheur dans un pays aussi instable. Les études sont cruciales, mais le bonheur et la gratitude comptent davantage. Je n'exagère pas lorsque je tiens ici, devant tout le monde, pour dire que nous sommes une classe exceptionnelle qui a fait preuve de résilience, d'adaptabilité et d'engagement envers l'excellence. Notre parcours n'a pas été facile, mais il a été très enrichissant. Mes amis de French Bee, vous vous souvenez de ce proverbe que Mme Soher nous a appris? Si tu veux marcher vite, marche tout seul. Si tu veux marcher loin, marche avec les autres. Nous, la classe de 2024, nous n'aurions pas pu traverser ce parcours fou si nous ne sommes pas soutenus mutuellement. Nous, la promotion 2024, nous avons marché loin ensemble. Félicitations, promotion 2024, c'est à nous désormais de façonner l'avenir. Merci.
Now I'd like to invite the chairman of the board, Mr. Antoine Issa, to say his word.
Well, excellent speeches. So after this talented student and before our guest speaker, only a few words to welcome you, thank you all, and congratulate you. So Your Excellency, esteemed guests, distinguished faculty members, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. It is with great honor and privilege that I stand before you today as the chairman of Burmana High School to welcome you all and celebrate our school's remarkable 150 years of academic excellence. Today is a special day as we gather to recognize and celebrate the hard work, dedication, and achievements of our graduating students. Each of you has worked extremely hard to reach this milestone, and we are incredibly proud of all that you have accomplished during your time at BHS. I would like also to thank all the parents for their support and sacrifices. And I would like to acknowledge the outstanding efforts of our dedicated faculty and staff, whose commitment and passion for education have played a crucial role in shaping the future leader sitting before us today. As we celebrate this momentous occasion, we are honored to have the British Ambassador, His Excellency Hamish Cowell, as our guest speaker. Your presence here today is a testament to the significance of this moment and the bright future that lies ahead for each of our graduates. So thank you for being with us. To the class of 2024, as you embark on the next chapter of your life, please remember the lessons that you have learned, the friendships you have formed, and the memories you have created here at BHS. And please don't forget to serve and live and share the core values that would hold dear at BHS: simplicity, tolerance, equality, justice, and sustainability. Carry these experiences with you as you continue to strive for excellence and make a positive impact on the world around you. Congratulations. Congratulations, graduates. Your future is bright, and we cannot wait to see all that you will achieve. So class of 2024, the world is waiting for you. Congratulations and good luck.
We will now have a musical interlude with Yara Hail on the violin, Margaret Ziadi on the piano, and Rayyan Bshara on the guitar. And now we come to the presentation of the awards. The valedictorian awards goes to the student with the highest average in the graduating class. In the international program, the recipient of this award is Joey Badr. I ask Mr. Gray to give the valedictorian award to Joey. In the Lebanese program, the recipient of the valedictorian award goes to Catherine Abi Karam from Secondary 3, General Science class. I ask Mr. David Gray to present the valedictorian award in the Lebanese program to Catherine. Finally, in the International Baccalaureate program, the recipient of the valedictorian award goes to Tawfiq Youssef. I ask Mr. David Gray to present the valedictorian award in the International Baccalaureate program to Tawfiq. The Principal's Prize. This award is given to the graduating student who has best demonstrated outstanding achievement by way of scholarship, character, and service. I call on Mr. David Gray to present the Principal's Award to Henry John Steed from the International Baccalaureate Program. The Old Scholars Association Award is given to the graduating student in the Lebanese program who has demonstrated general excellence by way of character, scholarship, and integrity. I call on Mrs. Emily Kanaan Salem, the OSA Treasurer, to give the award to Gianna Lucia Fernandez from Secondary 3. To commemorate the work of Dr. Bshara Manassa, MD, AUB 1877, founder of the Quaker Hospital, Dr. Antonius Manassa, AUB 1895, and Dr. Philip Manassa, AUB 1932, who carried out the work at the Friends Hospital from 1878 till 1940. The Manassa Award is given each year to an excelling student in the international program at Bromana High School. I call on Mr. Tony Manassa to hand over the Manassa Award to Leia Sayegh from the International Baccalaureate Program. The Distinguished Progress Award is given to the graduating student who has persevered with efforts and determination to succeed despite difficulties. I invite Mr. Antoine Issa to present this year's Distinguished Progress Award to Luna Maria Kamar from Secondary 3SC. The Distinguished Service Award is given to the graduating student who, in devoting time and effort for the welfare of others and in contributing to the spirit and progress of the school, best exemplify the school motto I serve. I ask Mrs. Jocelyn Al to present the award to Lynn Hashim from Secondary 3 SU. The Albert Abu Khalil Award is given to the student who has distinguished him herself through excellence in sports and exemplary sportsmanship. I invite Ms. Juhaina Abu Khalil to present the award to Simon Al Hajj from Secondary 3 and Megan Nassan from Grade 12 IB. The Leslie Parker Award. Oh, sorry. The Leslie Parker Award is given to the best science project at the Brumana High School Yearly Academic Fair. I call on Mr. Gray to give the award to Tia Maria Abinahed and Sharbil John Al-Hajj from Grade 10 LP. The Hani Abul Jabin Award is given to the winner of the essay competition on advocating for tolerance. I call on Mr. David Gray to give the award to Rayyan Al Bayruti from IB1. And now, I call on Mr. Rabi Awad to present the Field Day banner to the captains of Rizallah House who won the BHS Field Day 2024. Would the captains Julius Jaber and Naya Teresa Antun come forward to receive the banner from Mr. Rabi Awad? It's my pleasure to call on Mr. David Gray to introduce our guest speaker for the evening.
When I first met His Excellency Hamish Cowell, the ambassador in Lebanon to the United Kingdom, it was here at Brumana High School. I commented on his Scottish forename, Hamish, which is the Scottish Gaelic name for James. And it turned out that he did indeed have a part Scottish heritage. And remarkably, and this is truly remarkable, had spent his summer holidays as a child with members of his family who lived a mere 400 meters from where I had grown up in the town of Inverness in the north of Scotland. Our paths, however, were not destined to cross until we met here on the driveway in the summer of 2022. Hamish joined the Foreign and Commonwealth Office as a diplomat in 1987, and he has spent much of his career on Middle Eastern and North African issues. Prior to coming to Lebanon, he was the British ambassador to the Sultanate of Oman from 2017 to 2021, And before that, from 2013 to 2017, he was the British ambassador to Tunisia. He was head of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office North African Department from 2012 to 2013, and before that, the Foreign and Commonwealth Office head of the Libya Crisis Unit from 2011 to 2012. He has worked as a diplomat in many parts of the world, including at the United Nations in New York, and in London he was the speechwriter for the United Kingdom Foreign Secretary. He has had a rich, I imagine fulfilling, and fascinating career. And I shall now hand over to him as our distinguished guest, who will tell you a great deal more, and who will reveal to you hidden connections that he has with Brumana High School. Please welcome the British Ambassador, Hamish Cowell.
Thank you, David, for that very intriguing introduction. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, students of the class of 2024. Good evening. مساء الخير. أنا مبسوط كتير إني معكم اليوم للاحتفال بالتخرج صف 2024 2024. Sorry, the rest will be in English. But it is indeed a great honor to be here tonight, not only at this very prestigious institution and one of the great English curriculum schools of this region, but also, and as David hinted, because I have some connections that I discovered with Brumana, rather, not just me, we'll come to that in a second, when I arrived here in Lebanon 2 years ago. Some of those connections relate to Oman. Before leaving my last posting as ambassador to the Sultanate of Oman, I had already had the privilege of meeting some rather distinguished former students of Brumana. One of them is now His Majesty Sultan Haytham. Another is His Highness Syed Shihab, the Minister of Defense. But it wasn't until I arrived here in Lebanon that I discovered an even closer Brumana connection. When we arrived here, my wife, Shadi, who is sitting over there tonight, mentioned that she thought her late father had finished his secondary education in Lebanon. I must find out where it was, she said. I think the name began with a B. Could it be Baalbek or Bekaa? I said I thought that unlikely and suggested some further research. A week later, Shadi told me that her mum had sent through his school leaving certificate. It's a place called Brumana High School, she said. Where's that? I said, you mean your father went to Brumana High School? I never had imagined that I now had a family connection to one of the great educational institutions of the Middle East. So, of course, Brumana became one of the first places that we visited after our arrival here, and it has a special place in our heart ever since. That's why I hope these connections are not just my job. It gives me all the more reason to have accepted with great pleasure David's kind invitation to be with you and celebrate with you your speech day this evening. David, when you offered me the opportunity to address this gathering, I asked you what I should talk about. You suggested I might first talk about myself, and perhaps what I was doing at the age of 18, then a few words about my experience of and thoughts on Lebanon, and third and lastly, some advice for the Brumana class of 2024. Like all good students at Brumana High School, I will, of course, follow the principal's instructions. But on his first suggestion, myself at 18, I will follow David's advice only up to a point. Partly because talking about oneself tends to be much more fascinating for the speaker than for the audience, partly also because trying to remember what I was doing at the age of 18 at my advanced age is now becoming a bit of a challenge, and partly because there are probably some bits of that experience best not to recall. And this, thinking about the difference between your generation and my generation, and I think yours, David, too, is that in the pre-digital, pre-social media age, photographs were measured in tens, perhaps hundreds, certainly not in their thousands. Videos were a rarity, and unless you kept a written diary, then events and memories were sifted through the passage of time. And sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing. When I see my own children keeping up with all their digital and social media accounts, whether it's Facebook or, actually Facebook's a bit old-fashioned, TikTok, all the other things, Snapchat, and I just don't know how they do it. But anyway, I do think that that's a big difference and one which requires a lot of managing. The other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of differences was then, when I was 18, we weren't able to keep in touch as instantaneously and for free as we can now. So, and finally, to follow David's instructions, I will tell you a bit about what I was doing at the age of 18, just after I finished my secondary schooling, as it happens, like David, in Scotland, but not in Inverness. I was finishing it in St Andrews, where I've discovered we have another connection. I decided to go for a gap year before starting university. I wanted to go to Europe. So I worked all summer in an ice cream shop. I saved the princely sum in those days of £76. With that, I bought a train ticket to Germany. The next day, I started going to all the hotels near the main station in Munich, asking if they had a job to offer. As it happened, one did, as a hotel porter, the man who carries the bags. That is why when people call me Your Excellency, sometimes I think back to my first full-time jobs, ice cream seller and hotel porter. I did, just to reassure you, you didn't mention those in my curriculum vitae that you read out, David, but you weren't to know. But it was an important life lesson, that what you do now, next, doesn't have to determine where you end up. That life really is a journey, and I've heard in all the speeches this evening, voyage, journey, rihla. It's a theme, and it's an important theme I will come back to. It is a journey full of the most surprising twists and turns, and that every experience, whatever your age, is all about learning. You might, as a class of 2024, in a couple of weeks' time, be thinking, phew, no more learning for a while. Quite right, over the summer, we all need a break. But I promise you, it never stops. And that's actually a very good thing. And I promise you also, you will never forget your school and your teachers. I digress. I was telling you that partly to underline the point about communication then compared to now. It's perhaps the single biggest of the many changes since I was at your stage and age nearly 4 decades ago. Once I stepped onto that train from Edinburgh to Germany, it was the first time I was leaving home, my home village in Scotland, and the first time I was leaving my family. I knew that communication with them would be slow, infrequent, and all by letter. That for months to come, we wouldn't be able to talk except in an emergency. I won't tell you it was easy. Homesickness is as real a sickness as any other, but it's a lesson that I learned at that time and which helped me later in life. And on that point, I know David asked me to talk to the students, but I have one note for the parents here too. As a parent myself, I know we are always thinking of our children, of you, worrying about you, wanting to know what you are up to. And goodness knows in those days what I must have put my poor mother through on all those journeys without WhatsApp, without communications, with just the occasional letter. But parents, our children also need to discover that space and independence at this age. At an age when they, of course, always are children, but themselves no longer children, and when they have been so well prepared by brilliant institutions such as Brahmana and its dedicated teachers and staff to go out into the world. Journeys into the unknown, which bring me to the second part of my talk that David thought I might talk about, Lebanon and my impressions so far. I should clarify, particularly since I see some members of the Majlis sitting here, Your Excellency, that when I'm talking of journeys into the unknown, I'm not talking about Lebanese politics. I shall keep this speech completely family-friendly and apolitical. But one of the many things which has struck me about Lebanon over the last 2 years is how central the concept of the journey is to your history, to your culture, and to your future. From the Phoenicians and since, and possibly before, there are, I think, few peoples who have so touched the rest of the world with the richness of their human capital than the people of Lebanon. And that rich human capital is formed and shaped and developed in institutions such as Brahmana High School. In former times, of course, those journeys were all too often only one way. And it's worth pausing in the age of WhatsApp and international travel to think what such one-way journeys meant in terms of emotions and separations, just even 3 or 4 generations ago. But one of the things that makes me optimistic about Lebanon is that the Lebanese journey was somehow never completely one way, and now works in both directions. That brings me to another thing that has struck me about Lebanon, and which makes Lebanon very special. Your internationalism. We've already had 3 languages that I think everybody speaks fluently this evening. Your openness, your diversity, your attachment to your freedoms, all reflect and mirror that Lebanese journey. I believe that this is what makes Lebanon matter beyond all the politics and the geopolitics of the region which consume us day to day. This is what I call brand Lebanon, the thing that makes Lebanon special and important. And if there is one message, above all, I'd like you, as the next generation, to take away, it is the importance of preserving that. Because if ever what I call the best of brand Lebanon was needed, it is needed now. To demonstrate to the world that diversity, tolerance, and freedoms, all of which are part of the Brahmana spirit, in all its shapes and forms, can exist and flourish in this part of the world. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I understand there's a rock concert starting soon nearby, but I hope that I have time just to finish off by saying, to follow David's instructions, some words of thoughts for the class of 2024. Because it is you who will represent and who will make and shape the future of this unique and very special country. In that respect, while looking forward to the future, I want to say a little bit about nostalgia. Lebanon, like many countries, my own included, has a tendency to nostalgia. Nostalgia is okay, it's important. We remember our past, as long as it's matched with a vision for the future, and as long as we don't dwell too much on nostalgia. That's my final thought is, I remember when leaving Muscat, I told an old Omani friend that I was going to Beirut. Ah, Beirut, he said, in that wistful, misty-eyed way we all know. I expected him to say, as well as we hear so often, that, you know, Beirut was once the Paris of the Middle East, or that Lebanon was its Switzerland. But I was quite surprised. No. Instead, he looked at me in a very unmisty-eyed way and said, very matter-of-factly, you know, Beirut was once the Dubai of the Middle East. But of course now Dubai is. 50 years ago, Beirut was Dubai and better. The hub for finance, for healthcare, for tourism, and of course, for education. Brumana is a symbol of that. Lebanon could be again. For those like me arriving here with fresh eyes, it is so obvious. It has so much to offer, so much potential, and I genuinely believe it can. But, and to conclude here, to get there, it will need people like you, the class of 2024. Your talents, your skills, your energy and enthusiasm, and above all, your belief in and commitment to a Lebanon that you deserve and the Lebanon that friends of Lebanon want to see. I have talked long enough. Let me conclude by thanking David once again for inviting me. Thank you all for your patience in listening to me, and above all, congratulations to the class of 2024. I wish them all the very best in their future endeavors. Ya'atikum al-afiyah.
I'd like to thank His Excellency Hamish Cowell for an exceptional speech, and one through which the word journey flowed consistently. Life is indeed a journey, and what Hamish said about learning from each experience is so important for the youngsters here. Each experience helps them to build their character and their way in life. And I was also very warmly attracted by what you had to say about Lebanon from the point of view of being the British ambassador and from your initial feelings about the country and how much potential the young people and indeed all the people have through their internationalism, their multilingualism, and their diversity, love of freedom, and ability to be tolerant through a rich variety of experience. And as the Mere Principal, I would like to endorse everything that you said for our young people and for hopes for the country. Hamish, thank you very much indeed for an inspirational speech and for speaking to us and the class of 2024. I'd like you to accept a small gift on our behalf.
We now come to the moment you have all been waiting for, the certificates. I ask Mr. Rabi' Awad, the head of section pastoral, to present the certificate to the graduating student in the Lebanese program.
Would the student of Secondary 3 General Science section stand up to receive your certificate? Abi Karam Catherine, graduating with honors, certificates of achievement of excellence in math, Arabic language, philosophy, chemistry, civics, geography, history, and 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Jara Johnny, certificate of achievement of excellence in philosophy, physics, and physical education. Hasbani Mateo, Merab Breya, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language, Chemistry, Physics, and 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Nicola Maria, graduating with honors, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Math, Chemistry, Civics, History, and 15 years at BHS Award. Saade Abu Jawdi Sirena, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Geography, History, and 15 years at BHS Award. Secondary 3 GS, please be seated. Would the student of Secondary 3 Life Science section stand up to receive their certificates? Shakhtoura Maria, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Physics, History, and 15 years at BHS Award. El Hajj Simon, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Physical Education. El Khouri Clara Maria, 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Haddad Shirley, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language and Biology. Rahbani Kaila, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Chemistry and Physics. Secondary 3 LS, please be seated. Would the student of Secondary 3 SE section stand up to receive their certificates? Abu Ayyash Ibrahim. Antoon Sophie. Dager Christie, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Painting class. D. Biara. El Saadi Nadim, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Physical Education and Painting. Faris Ryan, 15 years at BHS Award. Fernandez Gianna Lucia, graduating with honors, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language, Math, Biology, Chemistry, Physics, Sociology, Economics, Computer Programming, Civic, Geography, and History. Mabruk. Hashim Lin, graduating with honors, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language, Math, Arabic Language, Biology, Chemistry, Philosophy, Sociology, Economics, Computer, Geography, History, and 15 years at Brumana High School. Hashim Rebecca, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Painting and Computer. Jarjura Chris. Amar Luna, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Philosophy and History. Karam Vanya, 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Ma'loof Lies, 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Majdalani Tala, Karen Monsef, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Arabic Language, Philosophy, and 15 years at Brumana High School. Rahal Elsa, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Computer, and 15 years at Brumana High School Award. Sarkis Ryan, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Physical Education. Zalzal Michael, 15 years at Brumana High School. Secondary 3, SE, please be seated. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rabia. I also like to ask Ms. Aline Alam, the head of section academics, to present the certificates to the graduating student in the international program.
Would the students of the International Baccalaureate program please stand up to receive their certificates? Laya Aboud. Marie-José Akari, 15 years at BHS Award. Yara Ael, receiving Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Psychology HL, French Ab Initio SL. Majd El Haj, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Math Analysis and Approaches SL, Chemistry HL, Language B Arabic SL. Anthony Al-Hasrouni, Naya Teresa Antun, Ryan Karl Bshara, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Chemistry HL. Sarah Maria Shalhoub, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Digital Society HL. Henry John Jdeed, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Physical Education and 15 years at BHS Award. Sharbel Korbani, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language and Literature SL, Economics HL, Chemistry SL, French Ab initio SL. Joe Sobhi Lejmayel, 15 years at BHS Award. Joya Al-Hamsi, Walid Al-Masri, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Digital Society HL. Tatiana Nkiri, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in French BSL. Meryl Haddad, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Language B Arabic SL. Brian Khouri, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Math Analysis and Approaches HL, Psychology SL, Biology HL, Chemistry HL, French BSL, and 15 years at BHS Award. Teresa Maria Khouri, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Math Application and Interpretation SL, Psychology SL, French BSL. Nadim Shawrab, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Math Application and Interpretation SL, Psychology HL, History Civics, and 15 years at BHS Award. Jad Saad, Honors, Certificate of Achievement in Excellence in Math Analysis and Approaches HL, Physical Education, Physics HL, Chemistry SL, History Civics. Leah Sayer, Honors, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in English Language and Literature HL, Math Analysis and Approaches SL, Digital Society HL, Biology SL, and French BSL. Maria Yaghmour, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Economics HL, French Ab initio SL. Toufi Youssef, Honors, Certificates of Achievement of Excellence in English Language and Literature SL, Math Analysis and Approaches HL, Physics HL, Chemistry SL, and French BSL. Elie Nicolas Zaroubi, Honors, Certificates of Excellence of Achievement in English Language and Literature HL, Digital Society HL. Margaret Ziede, Certificates of Excellence of Achievement in Math Application and Interpretation SL, Biology HL, History Civics, and 15 years at BHS Award. Chloe Zoghbi, IB students, please be seated. Will the students of grade 12 IP A-level class stand up to receive their certificates? Joya Maria Abu Diwan, Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Developmental French. Stephanie Abu Fadel, Certificates of Achievement of Excellence in Thinking Skills, A-level Math, A-level Design and Technology, A-level Physics, and 15 years at BHS Award. Tia Al-Bizri, Colleen Al-Bustani, Emilio Al-Haj. Teya Azuz, honors, certificates of achievement of excellence in Math Foundation, A-level Business, A-level Psychology, French AS level, Art and Design. Joey Badr, distinction, certificates of achievement of excellence in AS English Language and Literature, Math Foundation, A-level Business, A-level Psychology, History A-level and French AS level. Maximilian Sham'a, certificate of achievement of excellence in developmental French. Marielle Sham'a, honors, certificates of achievement of excellence in thinking skills, A-level math, French AS level. Daniel Sheet in absentia. Christopher Cleary, certificate of achievement of excellence in developmental French. Daria Al-Khayyat, certificate of achievement of excellence in art and design and 15 years at BHS award. Serge Fakih, Angelina Haj Ali, honors, certificates of achievement of excellence in AS English Language and Literature, French AS level, A-level Information and Technology. Julius Jaber, certificates of achievement of excellence in A-level Design and Technology, A-level Information Technology. Dan Wuli, certificates of excellence of achievement in A-level math and A-level physics. Megan Nassan, certificate of excellence of achievement in physical education. Amar Shaban, Hagab Chamitshan, certificate of excellence of achievement in physical education. Roger Yaghi, may the students of grade 12 IP please be seated. Thank you.
We have now come to the end of the 151st Anniversary Speech Day 2024. Before our graduates leave the stage, we would like to invite you all to a reception at the volleyball court after the ceremony is over. Please stay in your seats until the end of the recessional when all the honorable guests, faculty, and students leave the stage. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations.
Wait. Honorable guest and Mr. Gray, kindly leave.
Who would believe that I could be happy?
Honorable guests and Mr. Gray, kindly leave. Students, please leave the stage.